Yeah, well,
I was trying to think of something to start out with today, and I may have read this one other time, but those of you who have heard it before, bear with me. Autobiography of Mark Twain.
You gonna read the whole
My
thing?
neighbor and I were talking about high school, my high school, and German class in high school. And he had lived in Holland for a while, and he said, boy, they have a bad habit of stringing these words together. Well, this is Mark Twain's autobiography, and he lived in Germany and Australia for a number of years in his middle life. And this is what he wrote. The Dresden paper, the Weidmann, which thinks that there are kangaroos.
Hey, Dad, volume please, Dad.
I'm trying, if everyone will quiet down.
Well, no, it's really, you can't even hear you from here.
All right, there are kangaroos, Bullratten, in South Africa, says the Hottentots, Hottentotten.
oh God.
Put them in large cages, kota, provided with covers, Lattengitter, to protect them from the rain. The cages are therefore called Lattengitter Wetterkotter. And the imprisoned kangaroo, Lattengitter Wetterkotter Bullratten. One day an assassin, a tentator, was arrested who had killed a Hottentot woman, Hottentot Mutter, the mother of two stupid and stuttering children in Stressel Trottel. The woman in the German language is entitled to Hottentotten, where am I? Hottentotten Stroder Mutter. And her assassin takes the name of Hottentotten Stroder Mutter, the tentator. The murderer was confined in a kangaroo's cage. Bullratten Lattengitter Wetterkotter. Once a few days later he escaped, but fortunately he was recaptured by a Hottentot who presented himself at the mayor's office. With a beaming face, I have captured the Bullratten, he said. Which one, the mayor said. We have several. The attentator Lattengitter Wetterkotter Bullratten. Which attentator are you talking about? About the Hottentotten Stroder Mutter attentator. Then why don't you say it once? The Hottentotten Stroder Mutter attentator Lattengitter Wetterkotter Bullratten. So much for Mark Twain.
Yeah. And then it's Grandpa Art.
I think before we go on, well, let me introduce Bonnie to you first. Come on over. Come on over here. I want you all to appreciate. I recently was in Argentina, which I'll tell you about in a little bit, and I actually visited Evita's grave or tomb in the Duarte area, and there was a song from Evita which goes.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I forgot. I've been saying it over and over and over again. The new Argentina cannot and will not be denied.
Not bad.
Yes. Yes.
The new Bonnie Grove.
Remember when?
Where did Lois go? He's around here somewhere.
He's still wearing his pants from high school.
Lois, come here for just a second.
He's going to compare them.
You are looking at a young Art Groner. When I got married, 2 years younger than him. That was my body build. This is the first time. Okay, go away.
You have one of these.
This is the first time in my married career that my wife has weighed less than I have.
I don't know.
Put in a plug for curves.
Unfortunately, this last year has been rather heavy on the wear and tear of our acquaintances. Just a year ago this week, Laura's friend since the age of 5, English Styles' daughter, was walking across the street, talking with her mother on the telephone, cell phone, got hit by a car, and unfortunately didn't live to tell the story.
Yeah, but wait a minute. She was not on the cell phone while she was crossing the street. We just want to make that clear.
Okay,
She was. She had just talked to her mama though.
okay,
Now you said I love you.
You should.
right. Inga, our deepest sympathies.
Oh, thank you.
My dear friend from 2nd grade onward who lives in Los Angeles, his daughter Shelley Springer, after a few years of ovarian cancer, has passed away. Marty Ashman, who was a member of our couples club from Bonnie's college rooming house, boarding house, federal judge Martin Ashman had liver cancer secondary to hepatitis C, or is it B? I'm not sure which one it is. It's a precursor. He passed away.
Get some doctorates.
A lady that we sit next to for 20 years at ACT, by the name of Tanya. I don't know her last name.
Memphis.
Huh?
Memphis. Doesn't matter.
Anyhow, she was crossing the street with her husband in the night, foggy, on Portola in San Francisco. She got picked off. Nothing happened to him. 4 days later, she passed away. Harvey Silvers, son, good friend of ours, also from the couples club, pancreatic. His son, a few months later, also passed away. And my dearest sister-in-law, Mimi Biederman, one of the bravest women I've ever met in my life. In her 20s, 9 months into her pregnancy, the second to the last polio epidemic, she got acute case of poliomyelitis, had a C-section. Her son was alive and well. She subsequently, in the early 40s, had another baby. She herself was rather severely afflicted with multiple muscle groups had knocked out. She never once complained. Absolutely marvelous woman. And she actually won a Reader of the Year for Reading for the Blind for the Library of Congress. And finally, sorry that she can't be here this year, and her husband didn't make it as well, is Adele Groman, who a number of you know, and she died after a long bout of Parkinson's disease. After all this happiness, let's continue on and hope that you all have a really nice, wonderful year coming up. Jewish New Year's is starting this week, I believe, so they tell me. I think we can have some telling of the groaner here now. You've heard enough from me. Who wants to tell first?
Youngest? No, youngest. No, I'm not ready.
Okay. Lois, come on.
No.
We're going as a group. But
Yeah, no, and I'm
Come
not
on.
ready. Youngest.
Yes.
Whoever.
Okay.
I got you.
Oh, good. Good job for John.
Yeah, mine is too.
Reverse here.
Oh, okay.
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 For
Lucy.
Jai.
Oh, I'm here.
Yeah, wait, I had.
Okay, never mind.
He wants to talk about Jai. It's in your book.
You put it in the book.
Yeah, you did.
Jill, or Jai, who can't be with us today, moved out to Santa Monica, Pacific Palisades, to open a new piano studio down there. She indulged in the parade that they have for Easter,
Not 4th of July.
or 4th of July, I'm sorry. She's a graduate of Ringling Brothers Barnum Bailey Clown College. She hadn't put on her uniform for 20 years. but she made the front page of her. Not the front page, but the front page of the lifestyle section.
Oh, fun.
I meant to tell you before the telling of the rest of the groaners that I had a marvelous trip this year in February to the Antarctica. People ask me, why did you go to the Antarctica? And I shrugged my shoulders. And I said, because it's there. Actually, probably because I wanted to take a bunch of pictures. Any of you that would like to see my Antarctica trip, the book, which is not small pictures, but
Volume 1
by 11, is sitting on the coffee table in the living room, and I invite you to go through it. Spent a couple of days in Buenos Aires, which is a very interesting city. 24 hours or more in Ushuaia, which is the tip of South America, the southernmost city in the world. 2 days on Drake's Passage, the world's roughest waterway, and about 5 days on the peninsula of the Antarctica, and turn around and come back. Lots of penguins, lots of whales, lots of marvelous albatrosses. If you've never seen an albatross, I strongly advise it. They are absolutely marvelous. 12-foot wingspan, and they never beat their wings. They just drift up by the currents coming off of the water, the waves. Absolutely mind-boggling. A couple of months later, Laura Lee, why did we go to New York City?
Well, I'll come up and tell. How about that?
Okay, Laura Lee will tell why we went to New York City.
All right.
And then, in just one
So
moment.
anxious.
And then Bonnie and I decided we would go to New Zealand, Australia next February.
Oh.
Oh, and I forgot to tell those of you that don't know, I am now retired!
Thank
Those of
you.
you who haven't heard the joke will appreciate it. Those that have heard it will
grown.
Right.
absolutely groan.
Grown for groaner.
Mirabelle Connor, our youngest, when she was 3.5 or 4 years old, was playing on a toy truck, one of these big toy trucks, in a Berkeley park, and she's sitting there going zoom, 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 zoom. She gets out of the truck and looks at the tire, the wheel, and her mommy, Adele, says to her, "What's going on, Mirabelle?" And she says, my tire just blew out. I have to put on a spare." So she makes believe she's putting on a spare tire, gets back in the truck, zoom, 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 zoom. Gets out, and her mother says, "What happened now?" And she said, "I got another flat tire, but I don't have another spare. I guess I'm just going to have to go to the retirement store." That's 4 years old.
And he had to wait till now to tell
Okay.
it.
Why did we go to New York City, Laura Lee?
I got you, Laura. Okay. I didn't go to New
Introduce
York.
yourself for those that don't know. There's new people here.
New
So our
family.
son, Mark, and I, and Carolyn, and Lucy. Hi. Guy's not here right now. So he is now 18, and we were at Carnegie Hall last April. His choir from high school was singing at Carnegie Hall, so I decided to be a chaperone because I had never been there, and I'd always wanted to go to Carnegie Hall because it was where my violin teacher made her debut when she was 17 with the Tchaikovsky violin concerto. And so I couldn't wait to go to Carnegie Hall. So we went, and
Nice way to get an insight into your son's life, too.
that's right. We had an amazing time. He did great, and so he's going to be a senior in high school this year. Lucy is a sophomore. He is a senior. He just has missed the first 3 days of school because he went to Burning Man. So on his way home. Singing and performing, and I think several of you have come to Lucy's performances this summer, so thank you for your support. We love singing on stage. Lucy is now teaching ukulele, guitar, violin, and voice lessons. So if you know anybody who does any of those, she's the girl.
She has a YouTube channel.
She has a YouTube channel.
Yeah, go look
Yeah, check
on
out
to
the
her.
YouTube channel. She's got some good stuff on there.
That's right. And
That's a good endorsement from Lois.
so nothing's changed. I'm teaching. My students are getting better and better as my student. I have one student here today who is my most advanced student, and one of these days, Pearl, we're going to perform.
You think?
Yeah. One of these days.
Getting better.
So, what about you guys?
We're good. We're all good.
Carolyn, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Carolyn.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. We got a doggie this year. That's really awesome, and we're in love with her, and love being included in this group. Yeah.
Cool.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Lucy, what kind of activities have you been in this summer particularly?
I did 2 musical theater productions. I was in Legally Blonde the musical and All Shook Up the musical.
You were very good in both of them.
Yes, you were.
That's coming from a long, long time actor, another well-known actor, Stu Klitzner, who has been a friend of our families now for 1,000 years or so. He's actually the kids' counselor in middle school. And in case those of you who don't know, a couple of years ago, Lucy came in second place nationally in a PTA contest for
didn't help.
songwriting.
And first place state.
Yeah, first place in the state of California.
Yeah, I don't.
Young lady, we hope a big career coming up ahead of her.
Yes,
Wonderful girl.
definitely.
A happy full life.
Oh, I should have taken a picture. I forgot to take pictures. I can take them as I go.
All right, our turn?
No.
Yeah.
No, come on, let's go. I'm not ready yet. You're not ready yet. Let's
Just go.
Youngest first.
Why don't you bring your mommy up here?
Yeah.
Can we want to do a separate thing, and then, is that all right?
Okay.
Okay.
You promise not to be...
Rotate.
Lewis is now entering his non-senior year at UC Santa Barbara. And what I mean by non-senior year, he's not a student. But he lives on the campus of...
Yeah, I live on the beach near the campus. But anyway, for those of you who do not know me, I'm Louis Reingold. For those of you who do, I guess you guys are probably looking forward to this a lot. This is Juliet. Anyway,
My sister.
No, we're not related.
we're not. Yeah, no. We're related. I guess I wasn't here at the last one of these, so to give you guys an update, about a year and a half ago, I got into competitive jet skiing. So, because I live in Santa Barbara.
Let him speak!
I'm sorry, I had to sneeze. You could at least excuse me.
Do, but it's a funny sport, but it's like it's not the. We're actually our team is actually sponsored by Oracle now. It was a long, difficult road, but a lot of practice, a lot of training.
Why are you laughing, Louis?
But I mean, I can't make stuff up, so I'll just tell you. It's too difficult. How about you go ahead?
Oh, I can't make it.
All right, go for it. She just left the Chico State wrestling team to pursue a degree in neuroscience.
Well, you're laughing? You believe the jet ski thing?
So, Juliet, what are you doing?
Fifth reincarnation of
No, what you're really doing.
Sharing with your kids.
Investigative reporter.
Okay, no.
Just show us the wrestling.
Seriously
Just show
though,
us the wrestling.
Larry!
I go to Chico State. I'm starting my junior year.
She's downsizing her major.
I am downsizing my major for the 5th time.
What does that mean?
Meaning I applied to Chico State as a business major, got there, changed to recreation administration, changed to biochemistry, changed to nutrition, and now I'm journalism with a minor.
Finicky.
I have no idea what I want to do with my life.
Way to study hard. I've been studying.
Coming from
I've been studying a lot of economics lately. That's one of my passions. So I just like to make a few. Yeah, this really is true. I'd like to make a few comments on that.
Micro or macro?
Global macro. The the Federal Reserve, the U.S. Central Bank, has been printing $85 billion a month lately in an effort to stimulate the economy. Now, whether or not this is going to work, it's going to increase the supply of dollars, and that means all the dollars you guys currently hold, just from the law of supply and demand, are going to be worth less. So I just like to publicly forecast now gold at about $5,000 to $10,000 an ounce in the next 10 years, probably $10 a gallon gasoline at the pump, and higher food prices, higher housing prices. We're just going to have to pay more money for goods. So, something to be aware of.
So move to Canada.
Yeah.
Do what you will.
Yeah.
You're opening a bank.
I'm biting my tongue.
She actually just joined the Chico State Wrestling when I dropped out.
You're opening a bank.
I could open a bank.
Mud wrestling.
I forgot I was coming up here today, so you forgot.
Right.
That's Sharpie for you.
So you're preparing.
So wait, as a family, I think we're kind of making things up and making this so absurd because no one actually wants to listen.
So we thought we'd do something a little bit different.
Making it fun for you.
Or do any of you guys want to share anything about
I
yourself?
want to know.
Yeah.
I want to know about the life of the people that aren't required to come up here and speak.
Let's hear about you guys.
I'll tell you what, go around and talk to them.
We were doing that, but we're talking about a more public venue, more public forum.
All right. Does anybody have something overwhelming they want to tell us?
I have blessings. Share their blessings. Who wants to share a blessing? Come on, Penny, we have some out-of-towners here. Penny, yes. My great-nephew from Phoenix came with my daughter, my sister, I mean. And Kenny Klein from Phoenix,
All right.
Arizona.
All right, thank you, everybody.
Bye.
I guess you're done. Thank you.
Then this is an honor, I guess.
You're right, you don't.
This is his first time here in Calgary.
First time, I love it. The weather is fantastic. Food is also awesome. Everything's homemade, which I like. I'd like to say I like to be here, be part of the family. I love. Oh, about me? There's nothing really much to tell.
Yes, it
Live
is.
with my grandma, Mesa. I currently go to college. I do an online school and then transfer over to ASU. So that's what I'm currently doing now. I don't work yet. I'm unemployed, but otherwise, hopefully get a job pretty soon. Didn't really have a speech prepared.
His ambition, believe it or not,
Yeah, let him tell.
is
Go let him tell.
Is to become a radiologist.
Wow.
So,
tell him what inspired you.
inspired me.
When
to
you got
become-
inspired,
Inspired me to pay a lot of money for school.
No, what happened? First year of high school. Yeah. Oh, okay.
What inspired me to become a radiologist because I volunteered where my father works is at the VA, which is in Phoenix, at a hospital. I volunteered in very different departments, including radiology, and that's where I found where I had my fit.
Right.
And so that's when I researched it plenty, so I'm really interested in the field, and it's growing, so very interesting.
Wonderful.
So, yeah. And anyone else?
Laura.
Very good.
we have one visitor from as far as Albuquerque and another one from as far as Tucson. I'm not sure which one is further, since Tucson is very far south and Albuquerque is more east. So if you drew a circle from here, they're probably about the same distance. So I think our Tucson visitor will come up and have a word or two about her wonderful job that she has.
You can have us all go up
Otherwise known
together
as
if you want.
granddaughter.
And Mom. Come on. Come on, Mom.
Madison.
No, because you're coming out. Just put it on stop.
Juliet and I coordinated.
You might get called up.
I'll hold this. I'll hold it. That's my excuse. Hello. Hello. How is everybody? My name is Madison. I am Stacy's daughter, Bonnie's granddaughter, Art's granddaughter.
Thank you.
I have lived in Tucson for the last going on 4 years. Just a year ago, I got a job at the Ritz-Carlton, Dove Mountain, in the Meetings and Special Events Department. I do a lot of event planning, and one of the biggest jobs that I got was a Sweet 16 party, which was very involved. I planned with the father of the 16-year-old Angelique. Together we created a mocktail for her to enjoy at her party. We arranged for her to have a Jeep surprise. Her dad got her a Jeep for her birthday and a party at the Ritz-Carlton. And after all was said and done, this father wrote a 2-page thank you letter to my general manager, who later read it in front of all of the leaders of my hotel. So that was nice. I was just recently nominated for 5-star, which is Employee of the Quarter. 20 people got nominated out of 300 that work there, and only 5 win. I did not win this time, but I am optimistic that I will get 5-star at some point during my career.
Great. Yeah.
And up for a promotion by the end of the year. So, life is good. Life is good. And that's it for Madison.
It's been a long time since I've been up here with somebody. So my family's been changing and evolving over the past couple of years. Madison brought her wonderful boyfriend, Rob. Come on.
You guys doing? I'm on video cam, videotaping.
I can hold it up with you, video all handsome.
Do a selfie.
I know, right? Just hold it up.
Hand it off to Victoria because you're next.
Rob is in the Army, which is and also we got Stan. Come on up.
Come on, Stan.
Big part of
Stay vertical.
And it's his birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Stan. Happy birthday to you.
One more time.
So, now I've got 4 people up here with me. What's happened with me in the last year? I got working in Berkeley now for a financial advisor, so learning all about if anybody wants me to manage their money, send it my way.
Didn't you have a party? Company party?
We have a big event coming up. I've been planning events like crazy for him, for her, for work. And
So it's genetic.
Yes.
Event
no,
planning.
she's much better at it than I am, though. So that's going well. Got some future plans that are in the works, but on the down low right now. So if you're here this time next year, you might hear about them. So nothing. No, that wasn't a. No.
Oh.
No. Career-wise. Okay, career-wise. No pressure. What are you going to say? Stan's blushing.
I think I did enough entertaining last night.
All right. So yeah, the new look to the St. Clairs. Yay! And wait, I can talk about my son for a second. He's living in Las Vegas. His name is Benny, I think, still. It might be Ben now, because he's, grew up and they like to be called.
Ben lives in Las Vegas now. He's working in a new restaurant that just opened in Caesar's Palace as one of the lead butchers. They started with 4. They downsized to 2. He made the cut. Right? I'm hilarious.
Who made the cut?
And so So he also has a bearded dragon in lieu of a girlfriend at the moment.
A little more rough skin.
And he's doing very well. Things are picking up, and he had a little stint at Bubblegum Shrimp, but it was not, the food was not fancy enough for him. So he's looking for more of a fine dining establishment.
Wonderful. Passing it on to one of my other siblings. So goodbye for now.
Thank you.
There's another person around here that's flitting around in the kitchen. Algie!
Algie.
Yeah. It just reminded me that your dad,
Is he an independent?
part of our family now for many, many years.
So does Victoria.
Came from
She's the
Brazil.
paraplanner. So really, she's the one who manages your money.
And recently got married.
Yeah, it's really good.
She is now on the track to her citizenship.
Yeah!
Like one heck of a citizen. This is one gal that knows how to work. She's a wonderful person and has kept up with her family, our family, and we feel she's kind of part of our family. Thanks for being here. I think we have Bonnie's favorite son. I guess he's my favorite son, his wife, and his daughter.
Yay! One brother.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that's, they always call him their favorite son.
Hi there.
Aloha.
There's always a lot of new faces here every year.
I know.
So I'm Mitch, my wife Wendy, my daughter Channing. Our son is Josh. He's not here today. He's on his way back from Burning Man also with Guy. So how many of y'all made the adventure from Marin or San Francisco or the peninsula today? There's no bridge. Adam, Santa Barbara. No. I'm talking about people who had to navigate because there wasn't a bay bridge and all the traffic patterns are different today. See, that's why there's fewer people here.
Yeah.
Fewer?
Fewer, yeah. This is a small crowd.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah. But you know what? You guys are all here, so it's an event. What's up? Let's see. Since the last time we've had a chance to talk, the Giants. We bought a new home. The Giants won the World Series again. Much to
We bought a new home.
dismay as we plowed through St. Louis on the brink of elimination.
Yeah, true.
But this year's not quite the same.
Yeah, he'll get his comeuppance this year.
And then my wife gets more beautiful all the time. All the time.
You're right. They're feeling
My
really
daughter
good.
as well.
Yes.
Oh yeah. No, we did buy a new house. Business is going pretty darn well, so our accounting people told us that we can't be renting anymore. So we moved to Marin. Actually, we moved to Marin two years ago.
Oh, so this is old news.
Yeah. 2 years ago, we moved to Marin, and we rented for a little over a year, and we were, kind of getting a lay of the land and checking things out. So we finally bought a house last December. We moved in December. Also in Marin, San Rafael community called Marinwood.